Okay, let's do 102. Just to sort of see get because it looks a little bit different. So first of all, you're told that you are putting in £25 for every unit. That's what the overhead absorption rate means. Oh, well, am I doing? I could do it this way, but it doesn't matter. I'll just do it the normal way I've been sort of doing it. You're putting in through £25 for every single unit that is produced. So every unit you put in £25. And that's fine. Now, what actually happens here is that actual output. So, this is a good question because it says here that actual output is 18,000 units, which is 20% higher than budget. So that means that um, the budget times 20% is equal to 18,000. It tells us that this 18,000 is 20% higher than the budget. So, and that's really what it is. So therefore, the budget must have been 18,000 divided by 120%, which is 15,000. So the budget was 15,000 units. And so therefore at £25, it means the budget is 375,000. I think that's important. These are the things you need to sort of just make sure you circle out clearly so you know that your budget was 375,000. Yes. Um, and that's the important the first thing to work out. What was the budget fixed overheads, because you had absorbed based on £25 per unit, and budgeted units are 15,000, and therefore that's your situation. Okay, so let's then it says that the total fixed overhead for the period is 50,000. So Um, well, I need to do some playing around before I get there. So now I'm putting in £25 for every unit. So I have my budget here at 375,000. So I put into my accounts £25 with every unit, and we've produced 18,000 units. So currently in my accounts I have 18,000 times 25, right? For fixed overhead, 18,000 times 25. That's what's gone through my T accounts. 450,000. I have 450,000. And I observe, it says here, the total fixed overhead variance for the period is 50,000. So I observe that the actual overhead, the actual fixed overhead itself, is actually £50,000 less. And that brings us down to 400,000. So this is what you would see in your accounts as a variance on immediately when you first look at things. So you can see that the actual fixed overheads here are 400,000. So what am I saying? Currently in your accounts you have 450,000. I'm going to change my pen color. I'm telling you that your first task is to first of all go back to the budget. Let's start with that. So taking that down from 450 to 375 is a 75,000 pound favorable adjustment, isn't it? Going from 450 there. And then now that we're here, we're asking the question, right, this was the budget and this is the actual cost of 450. We are 25,000 adverse, right? We're 25,000 adverse. We spent 25,000 than budget because we should never have tampered with things in the first place. We should never have tampered with things in the first place. Um, I mean, I just don't. I mean, you can use hours, but it doesn't matter. Doing it in units is probably, I think, even a bit more. It's cleaner because you can exactly see what's taking place. So if you don't have to use hours, then don't. Then you can just use the units and you're fine. But you can use hours in exactly the same way, because if you know that you need 2 hours, whatever, even if the fixed overhead absorption rate, we did a question like that. I think it was question 32, where you can calculate the fixed overhead based on each hour, but then you're going to be multiplying it by a higher multiple because there's a certain number of labor hours to make a unit. I've just gone straight for the unit. Okay, great stuff. And that's 100 and 102. We'll do 109 in the next video.